This most recent Veterans Day, I sat down on my couch early in the morning to watch The Big Red One, an American World War II epic directed by B-movie writer-director Sam Fuller. And one scene struck out to me as both interpersonal and unconventional, especially in the realm of war films. The scene is the D-Day invasion of Normandy. It's very dark, cynical, and mechanical in nature. Early on in the movie, we hear soldiers talk of exchanging numbers when they land on the beach.
How about what?
Will you swap with me?
Nope. 11 is my lucky number. Right, Vince? He might do it.
Do what?
Hey, listen, will you swap numbers in the Bangalore relay with me? No, my number 2 for your number 10. What do you say, huh?
How much?
$10,000?
$10,000?
Where the hell are you gonna get $10,000?
The numbers in question refer to a lineup of who has to carry out the Bangalore torpedo up to the barbed wire that prevents the invasion from advancing. One by one, each soldier runs up with the torpedo and falls. Dead. The next number on the list is the next man to run up and die. It's statistics. It's dehumanizing. Fuller purposely cuts back and forth between the action and a severed arm with a ticking watch lying on the beach. It's a very clinical and mechanical way of showing time progressing. But then again, so is the entirety of Fuller's depiction of D-Day. In comparison to cinema's prime choice when it comes to D-Day scenes, Spielberg's take in Saving Private Ryan is almost the complete opposite. Despite not actually experiencing the invasion himself, Spielberg chooses a depiction full of immersion, emotion, and horror. Each character on screen is one we're supposed to feel with, cry with, and be with through the entirety of the iconic opening. This is where Fuller and his other contemporaries differ. Fuller's take is one of honesty, perspective, and experience. This is what keeps me coming back to Fuller's work. His abrasive, blunt, honest take on the subject matters of many of his pictures. This is a perspective that only comes from first-hand experience, as Sam worked as both a crime journalist at the age of 17 and an infantryman with the 1st Infantry Division during World War II. It's why Johnny Barrett literally gets lost in his efforts to investigate a murder in an insane asylum in Shock Corridor, and why something like racism is treated as a mental illness that sees no color. It's why the steel helmet ends with a big, bold text that declares, "There is no end to this story." It's why there's a proud sense of urgency and street smarts throughout the entirety of his quintessential film noir, Pickup on South Street. It's why Sam decided to deny John Wayne the leading role in both The Big Red One and The Steel Helmet, choosing both Gene Evans and Lee Marvin in their respective movies, as they had both been soldiers in World War II. And it's why he makes a comparison between a soldier being assigned a number on what's essentially a death list during the D-Day invasion, and a concentration camp survivor having a number tattooed on their wrist. It's dehumanizing a person into a pure statistic. Where most filmmakers who speak from their experiences come off as propagandic and preachy, Sam Fuller's work comes off as some sort of forewarning to those who are in similar positions in their lives. A common complaint I hear with Fuller's work is that it is too blunt, too loud, and too on the nose. What's impressive to me, though, is that that same voice is present throughout almost all of his work, consistently. And it is only like that because it is his voice. It's his experience.